the Matrix Lomachenko. This southpaw fighting out of Ukraine is one of the best to ever do it. Amir, he's Bolton's finest. Watch for those hands tonight. They are as fast as they come. There can only be one, Lomachenko, Ukraine's finest. He's a former world champion in multiple weight classes.
Oh, pure bad blood.
Well, we're all set. Let's go into the ring for the classy Jimmy Lennon Jr.
This bout is scheduled for 12 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner, from Bolton, England, here is the Olympic silver medalist, one of Britain's youngest ever professional world champion, a unified 140-pound champion of the world, introducing Amir King Khan. Fighting out of the blue corner, presenting the two-time Olympic gold medalist from Ukraine, a tremendous two-division champion of the world, Vasiliy Lomachenko.
How will these two fighters handle the outdoors? We're fighting under the sun here for this big showdown.
Todd, the heat is on.
I want you to protect yourself at all times, and what I say you must obey. Good luck.
High hopes for this battle between these two athletes. He parries the right jab away. What a world championship fight we're seeing, ladies and gentlemen. Nice counter. The sun is blazing this afternoon, and these two athletes are going to have to find a way to deal with it.
It's such heat. The cornermen need to be able to do their job. Think about what they're doing. One to cool you down, one to ice you back, one to give you instruction in your head, and one to just calm you to tell you what you're doing right and what you're doing wrong. Because that's the most important thing. Forget about the heat. Forget about everything else.
Nice exchanges from both men in this round. Left punch. Both men step back for just a moment. He caught him clean. Is this the beginning of the end? And his best defense is not as good as his offense. And it appears the onslaught is over, at least for now. Exchange here from both men. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Well, there was no doubt about who won that round.
I seriously hope the judges kept their eye on this fight, because if they haven't, there's going to be absolute uproar.
The referee calling for seconds out. Unfortunately, this fighter not going to get more time to heal up and get a breather. Well, we've just taken a big breath, and here we go again. This counterpuncher is going to wait for you to move first, and then will strike like a snake. Keep an eye on this guy.
The reaction is second to none. It's the blink of an eye, and they're waiting for any little twitch you do. So you've got to fight a counterpuncher smart.
Good counterpunching for both these athletes. Both of these men showing exceptional chins, by the way. Neither fighter willing to sit down on these punches. They're arm punches. They're scoring, but they're not going to hurt anybody. Left counter scores. Some nice exchanges from both men in this round. No rest for the weary. Great counter right hand there. Men showing exceptional chins, by the way. Catch and shoot with the left counter. Good job. Nice counter punch. Both men step back for just a moment. Nice exchange here from both men. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Lands with the right counter. After what we saw in that last round, it's pretty obvious who has the advantage here.
You can't leave it up to the judges. It's up to you as the fighter. And the cornerman's got to put a firecracker on that fight to get out there and get the job done.
Unfortunately, this fighter not going to get more time to heal up as we get set to jump back in the action. And there's the bell for round 3. A lot of fans know how quick these lighter fighters can be, but tonight, don't be surprised if these don't pack a lot of power as well.
Oh my goodness, what pace, what pace. They're like, do you know what a Yorkshire Terrier is, Todd? They're like little Yorkshire Terriers.
And he just misses with that jab. Good counter right hand again. You can tell he's stronger, but he's not faster. Endurance is becoming a factor. You can see this fighter having a hard time getting out of the way of the punches, and they're not throwing as many on their own.
Now you've got two fighters that are absolutely shattered. What gets you through? Willpower. Calm, because if you panic, you get desperate. If you get desperate, you make mistakes. If you make mistakes, you get knocked out.
Some nice exchanges from both men in this round. Good counter left hand there. He just gets out of the way of that right uppercut. Beautiful counter punch. By the way, the connect percentages have to be off the charts. Counter right. He just misses with that big right hand. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Good counter punching. High promise you, all three judges here are going to give that round to you-know-who. Back at it in round 4. This is certainly an aggressive fighter, but that doesn't always mean success. How many times have you seen a fighter chase a superior athlete around the ring and just get picked apart even though they were the one pushing the tempo?
I've seen some aggressive fighters. They can terrorize the life out of you before they've even thrown a shot. The strength they have, the speed they have, and that knockout punch, they want to punch through you. They don't want to punch you. They want to punch straight through you. So you've got to be careful.
Missed him with that uppercut. Both men step back for just a moment. Some nice exchanges from both men in this round. And he just missed with that left jab. Power is obviously the great equalizer in boxing, but when you know your opponent is relying on that so heavily, how do you deal with it?
I've seen certain fighters that can depend on just their power alone. Forget tactics. They know the second they touch you, it's done. That's where the confidence comes from.
He got out of the way of that right hook. Through the hook, didn't land. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. They exchange punches. Good counter punching from both these fighters. They've got the momentum, they've got the advantage. How do they carry? Here's the bell to start round 5. Punch, counter punch. These men showing exceptional chins, by the way. You've seen all the famous boxing movies, the training scenes, the gym work. That's what it all boils down to. Who's going to have more endurance?
Now this is about desire. This is about character. This is about want.
You can tell he's stronger, but he's not faster. Just misses with that uppercut. Nice exchanges from both men in this round. There's a big difference between being the aggressor and the effective aggressor. Which type are we seeing so far?
How do you deal with an aggressive fighter? What you do is you fight, fiery fight. You either give it them back because that's where they're comfortable, or you play calm, play cool.
Nice job landing that left counter punch. When someone punches that hard, you don't want to trade shots. That counter shot lands. He gets out of the way of that left hand. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Nice counter shot with the right hand. Good left counter that lands. Pretty dominant round there. Let's see how they respond. Here we go in the 6th round. Nice counter shot. Both of these men showing exceptional chins, by the way. There's a counter shot. They call it the chin. How strong is your chin? Do you have a glass chin? These are things that can affect the fight
The problem with having a chin that everybody knows if they hit you, you're hurt, you're gone. You've got to protect that, but you've also got to get your shots off. And they forget, you can bang too.
Neither man really defending themselves. Big left there, but misses. Some nice exchanges from both men in this round. Throws the uppercut, but misses. Stamina is so important for these two fighters because it allows them to use their skills throughout the match. It can all come down to who's in better shape.
What can they change? Can they slow the pace down? Can they hope to knock them out early? What can they do? They've got to concentrate and relax. Because you know what you can do in the gym, you can do it in the fight. They've got to relax.
He misses with that jab. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Catch and shoot. Stamina is always an issue in a prize fight.
This is when you talk about
There's the bell to start round 7. Nice exchange here from both men. That left counterpunch will score. How nervous would you get when you know you're facing a big puncher like this guy that can seriously hurt you?
Sometimes when you get nervous, someone that's so powerful, you just start thinking. You've just got to be smarter than them. You've got to be like a little fake with them, pickpocket them.
There's no doubt that this fighter's power can change the fight around in an instant. You can't afford to make one single minor mistake. Perfect counter shot. Nice counter shot. Nice exchanges from both men in this round. You can tell he's stronger, but he's not faster. Good counter punch. That left counter was perfectly timed. Energy and endurance are not an issue for this fighter who continues to be aggressive as the rounds wear on.
I've seen some aggressive fighters like this, and they are a nightmare. If you are not fit, that is the worst place to be, having second thoughts in the ring.
Nice offensive display, landing that left counter. And a counter left. He misses with that jab. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Beautiful counter shot. You've heard the old phrase, this might come down to who wants it more, but it might come down to who's in better shape.
You cannot gas out. If you prepared right, slept right, ate right, and did everything right for this fight, you have no excuse for gassing out.
The referee calling for seconds out as we get set to jump back in the action. And they're back at it again here in round 8. Nice job landing with that right hand counter. The perfect counter lands. Nice counter. No rest for the weary. You've seen all the famous boxing movies, the training scenes, the gym work. That's what it all boils down to. Who's going to have more? And now going for the finish. And they're down, and that may just do it. He is not moving. Will he make it back to his feet?
2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
This is one of the best rounds I've seen this year. Beautiful counter punch. Do you believe what we're seeing? You don't want to go tit for tat in there in this fight. Nice counter shot. Nice job by him to block that jab. As we enter the final 10 seconds here, it's probably a round he'd rather forget. Beaten, bruised, and battered, but somehow he's still in it.
How are they going to revive him?
Both fighters starting to get tired as we start round 9. You've seen all the famous boxing movies, the training scenes, the gym work. That's what it all boils down to. Who's going to have more endurance?
Midway through the fight, if you are tired, this can be the loneliest place in the world. If you cheated, now we're going to find out.
Stamina is so important for these two fighters because it allows them to use their skills throughout the match. It can all come down to who's in better shape. And that's exactly where he does it. What a shot that... Well, there you have it. It is official now, and that is not the way anyone wanted this fight to end.
No complaints there at all. The crowd agree, I agree. The ref knew exactly what he was doing. So you know what? Great shout. I look forward to fight number 2.